Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the fuck barrel. It's time for SDGC. We are all in the fuck barrel now, boys.
We've been living in the fuck barrel for months.
Britt will be here eventually. She's fashionably late as per usual. I wanted to kick this off real quick because Jeff and Justin are on. They weren't here last week, Derek, so they're not aware of the of what I use to stir my cocktails before every show here. And
it sounds like information I don't require.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I would demonstrate it to you guys and to the audience because it is the most John shit ever. I have this handy 5.56 round here.
Oh, that's right.
that I use to stir my drink. Before every
I love to leach metals into my cocktails.
Heavy metal toxicity slowly over time.
I don't think that material is food safe.
John doesn't just want microplastics. He wants the micrometals.
I need the micrometals and the microplastics in my balls.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Jesus. Look, dude. Derek said it perfectly online earlier today. I had somebody at work tell me once that, John, you're like if a gorilla had honor, and I like to live by that. I like to live by that. I do really stupid shit.
I love you though. That's what matters.
It's fun. Aside from all the metal toxins and microplastics running around my ball stream, how's everybody doing?
Ball stream?
Yeah.
Horrible.
That's the blood that's like your dick blood, right? Like that's like the blood that flows through.
I hate it here.
Your vas deferens.
And
all right, this show's over.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Guys, I gotta go. This is over with. No.
Why are our metrics down lately?
Yeah, God.
Hey,
who could know?
You motherfuckers are. Hey, look. If you people aren't comfortable talking about the human body and the human anatomy,
what do you mean,
that's
you
your
people?
Problem.
I mean, the human body is one thing, but the ball stream is not a thing.
Ball stream,
the ball stream is
really.
From the world's,
why am I dragging this out?
The world's worst FF7 parody.
Jeff, if you think about it, we all came from the ball stream, and one day to the ball stream we returned.
There can't have been NSO announcements the moment we went live again.
I looked, it's nothing. It's Nobunaga's Ambition and Romance of the
Kingdoms 4. Those are great games.
Where the fuck is DK64?
It's never fucking happening, Jeff.
Of course it is.
It's because they're
Why would it not
remaking
happen? You actually don't think it's happening?
No, I don't.
It'll happen.
I just assume they're like dragging it out. Like, why wouldn't it? Every other Rare game has come out. Like, it's fully owned by Nintendo. Why would it not be on NSO?
Killer app for the Switch 2, baby.
Because it's not good.
You want to talk not good NSO games? I got a few to choose from.
You just got done being like, all 4 of these games are nothing to me.
Can we, Jeff? Can we at least agree that we would both rather have Diddy Kong Racing?
I mean, that's good too, but I've played Diddy Kong Racing. I've never played Donkey Kong 64. I would like to play Donkey Kong 64.
We played Diddy Kong Racing at the last charity event we were all together at, and we all went away like, yeah, this is way worse than Mario Kart, actually.
It is. It is. Like if you have Mario Kart on your like a mainline Mario Kart on your Nintendo platform, there is really no need to play.
In defense of Diddy Kong Racing, I played through the whole game.
So it only is Jeff going in defense of Diddy.
I played through the whole game. Like, just a couple years before we played it, something was off with what we played. I think we talked about it. They might have made concessions for multiplayer. There was like weirdly no music or something like that, and it was just really sad vibes. But like the single player is really fucking cool. It's bullshit. Like a lot of those boss races are bullshit, but it's cool. But the multiplayer is a sad hollow shell, I'll admit. And we didn't have like anything unlocked. It was just depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to RAR, also in Mario Kart, there's no music in 3 or 4 player.
That could be true.
Really?
Oh,
that could be. I don't know.
I was not aware of that. But then again, I wasn't a huge N64 kid. I thought the N64 was
that's probably true, and I'm not going to test it. So
yeah,
RAR could just lie to me, and I would believe it.
We do tonight, Derek, have a whole block dedicated to games from our childhood that may or may not have aged well.
Yeah, we have a good fun.
I am sure
we have a good news topic and a good fun topic. It's going to be a good night tonight.
It is actually a very, very positive night for discussion.
Yeah,
tonight, which is a really nice change of pace. I'm tired of talking about people getting laid off and ball streams and all kinds of shit.
You're not tired about talking about ball streams.
Derek keeps bringing up ball streams.
You also started
why he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Derek's like, I'm going to fucking finish it. Anyway.
Why would you do this to me knowing that I can't? Why would you bump set and I'm not allowed to spike? Fuck off, man.
Derek, Derek, this is because you're playing checkers, I'm playing 6D chess.
I need Britt here because she'd have gone for it shamelessly. Couple of minor housekeeping notes. Monster Hunter Wilds review just came out a couple days ago. Me and Bustin got together on that. Shockingly, not a glowing, fawning review. Right? We had plenty of criticisms to make.
Interesting. Like outside of the technical stuff too.
Yeah, sure. There's
I can't believe you fucking hated it, Derek.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm saying. No, it just turns out that when we do reviews here at SDGC, we're actually like meaningfully critical of the things that we play and talk about. So there was that. And then Newcastle Bravo dropped yesterday featuring 3 members of SDGC. So not to promote a different podcast that I do, but me, John, and Britt were all on that. So go check out Castle Bravo.
Which movie was it this time?
GMK.
It was Oops All Monsters. I mean, that they fucking might as well have called it.
It's the one where Godzilla's undead.
Okay.
And fucking possessed by the spirits of the dead of World War II. Is he
undead in that one?
I mean, he got glowy white eyes. He dead, and he back. That's undead. I think that's by definition of the word.
I think it's funny. I've seen very little Godzilla aside from the modern stuff, and what you just said, it doesn't surprise me at all because I've just spent so much time around you and Justin. It's like,
you just absorbed
Godzilla
enough.
goes to space. Yeah,
It's happened a couple times. No biggie.
More than once.
Yeah.
By the way,
really?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be way more specific.
Oh my God.
I will say this. After the Godzilla review, it inspired me tonight. After the podcast, I am going to watch the Godzilla creepypasta, the Godzilla NES creepypasta.
That's watch or read.
Very good and creepy.
Have you never read the Godzilla NES creepypasta?
No.
But, it's great. It's a great time.
But somebody made a YouTube video about it. It's apparently very good.
We'll see. I gotta be honest. There's a lot of Godzilla inspired like analog horror on YouTube, and I think most of that sort of stuff on YouTube is actually really bad. But maybe
this one based on the original Godzilla NES creepypasta is apparently very good.
We'll see.
So
you'll tell me.
It's like a slideshow, right? Like it's not like somebody.
If it's baby bitch bullshit, you'll be like, this is fucking lame. So
we'll see.
You'll say.
We'll see.
Yeah. How everybody doing tonight?
I'm drinking this new drink I came up with. Have you come up with a name for me yet, Derek?
Yes. The sun.
You haven't even fucking thought about it.
Rising Sun.
I literally said that to Vicky the other night. And she was like, "Eh."
But you
it's
know
to
what?
Be expected.
But okay, then fucking go with no, I like it though, god damn it. Like
I think it's a good name. Yeah. Rising Sun is a good name.
It's a good name.
Like I'm gonna fuck it. It's a Rising Sun. So we got a question in chat. What is the drink? So what I did was I took 3 ounces of hibiki, which is a Japanese whiskey. I squeezed the fresh juice of half a navel orange, a tablespoon and a half of maple syrup, and some orange bitters. You shake it up over ice, and you pour it into a cocktail glass with a big fat ice cube and a slice of orange inside the drink, and it is fucking Medal of Johnner.
Yeah. I hate new thing for John to base his personality around just dropped. Fuck.
Some new shit just dropped. Like Medal of Johnner, John Fidence.
Oh.
Medal of Johnner. That's fucking I'm changing my blue sky handle right now.
I'm drinking straight whiskey.
I'm changing
specifically because hey,
Britt, have you heard about the Medal of Johnner?
It's
God damn it, John.
That's what I said.
And she's gone.
Oh.
I'm changing my blue sky name right fucking now.
Yeah, of course you
guys,
fucking are.
You guys do your thing.
Oh.
You guys do your shit.
What are we anymore? What is this?
Oh, it's so good. Medal of Johnner. It's so good.
Asking that now.
People can't. Fuck, man. Yeah.
Talk about my stolen valor now,
I have to
bitch.
rename my Blue Sky account.
I don't. Nobody can accuse me of stolen valor anymore. I got a Medal of Johnner around my neck.
Why would you? She just came back and you said it again.
I had confidence that she would be back.
Oh my god.
Every day I wake up and
every day you wake up and find yourself in a real britsituation.
No, you know.
I think we should kill him in Boston.
I just might kill myself before then.
Thinking about it. Medication's not helping anymore.
I'm unkillable, so
probably.
So that means we have to go. Got it.
Wait.
Cool. Love that.
Jeff, is this true? Since it's in Canada, is it spelled Jouhn? John?
That's 100% true.
Okay. All
Don't
right.
fact check it.
Okay. Oh, I trust you. I trust you implicitly when it comes to Canadian lore.
Yeah, if you're ever up here and filling out some official document, make sure you spell your name that way.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what, Jeff? When Canada becomes part of the United States in this trade war, we're going to change the spelling of that.
Don't.
What a fucking curse! What a cursed timeline we live in.
I'm gonna mute
Good night,
John.
everyone.
What has everyone been playing? Let's start with Bustin.
John.
No,
okay.
With Bustin.
No, let John go. It seems like he wants to go.
Okay, John. Fucking what you been playing?
All I was gonna say was I finished Suikoden 2 Remastered. That's all I was gonna say.
Cool. Bustin, back to you.
I've actually just been kind of between stuff at the moment, trying to decide what I'm going to play next. I'm thinking I might play Okami.
Yeah.
It's been a very, very long time. I played it, when it initially came out, and I haven't played it again since then. It was on sale for like $5 a couple of weeks ago, so I just nabbed that. So I might jump into that.
Same, actually.
They should make a sequel to that.
I've never played Okami, and I've always wanted to.
It's one of my favorite Zelda games.
Okami is actually the best 3D Zelda game. It's fucking.
It's up there.
Gorgeous.
It's really.
I've been close to playing it a couple times, and then I hear it's really long, and I get lazy.
It is long. It is way.
No,
it's
don't
long.
tell me
Okay,
that.
it's not long in like modern game standards, but it's
long. It's about 20 hours long.
It's long by Zelda game standards. Right?
20's not bad. I heard way worse.
No.
The thing specifically about Okami is it feels like it's going to end twice. Then there's another whole act of the game, and then you think it's going to end again, and then it still has another one. So it makes it feel longer than it actually is in terms of hours.
How long do Beat says 30-ish hours for Okami?
That sounds about right.
That sounds a bit long to me, but
20 seems too short. But yeah, 30 sounds about right.
If you're gonna play Okami for the first time, I do recommend playing with a walkthrough handy, just because it is a PS2 game, and trying to figure out where to go can be a little obtuse sometimes. But it's a fucking masterpiece.
But yeah, love me some Okami. I cannot recommend enough that everyone play that. I played through it recently after the announcement of the sequel, and just it still hits. There's still a little magic there. Britt, what you been playing?
Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Repo, and that's it.
Repo's been a good time.
I've been watching a lot of shows. So Invincible was finished last week.
Fuck, Invincible was good.
Invincible was really good. Daredevil just came out. That's been very good. And I binged Fallout in a day. Wasn't expecting that to be as good as it was. But also, two of my biggest celebrity crushes are Walton Goggins and Matthew Berry, and them being like, if somebody would have told me they were going to be in a scene together, I would have watched that day fucking one. Day one. Are you kidding me? So as far as like eating good, I ate good this week because I had Walton Goggins, I had Matthew Berry, and then I had John Bernthal as Frank Castle in Daredevil. So it's been a good eating week. I'm very full stomach.
Britt, why is Walton Goggins' ghoul oddly handsome?
I don't know. Derek asked me that same thing. Derek doesn't get it.
I was like, I don't get it, actually.
Yeah, and I was like, I would question that too, except for like, I also am hot for Ghoul Goggins, and I don't know why. Don't know why.
I for whatever reason.
So it changed because the first time we talked, we were like, I was like, I don't totally get Goggins, but I can understand.
No. I specifically told you, I was like, I don't get it either, but I also feel it. I specifically remember saying that. I was like, I don't get why I'm attracted to him. No idea.
I think alcohol was involved.
Badass.
So,
he's a handsome fucking ghoul, dude.
He is. Like, oh my goodness. Like
even without the nose, he's like Red Skull the White. Like that's what he like.
I mean, I'm not attracted to Red Skull. It's
she doesn't like it that problematic.
Right. Come on now.
But like he's like the Gandalf to Hugo Weaving's Red Skull. Right? Like he looks like he's got a skull face. He's a ghoul. He's got that skull face, but for whatever reason, dude, he's just fucking handsome. He's handsome as a ghoul. I don't understand it. It's
I think
very
we got to
weird.
take similes away from John. I don't think he's allowed to make comparisons. Like as a rhetorical tool anymore. That's not allowed in
Goggins played a Nazi?
Maybe. I don't know.
CJ says Goggins played a Nazi.
I don't remember which one.
Did he really?
Goggins has played
He's been in all
kinds
kinds of shit.
He's a versatile. He was in The Shield. That was
Justified.
my first exposure
I need
to
to
him.
watch Justified. That's been on my to-watch list for fucking years.
Goggins is so good in Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
I started watching that too. It's so good. Like Baby Billy. Like
you've been quoting that so much.
Oh my god, it's fucking like I get high and I just fucking sing Misbehavin' while I go put stuff in the cart. Yeah, so I've just been mostly just watching shows because that's like really all I can. So I installed the Astrobot game because I haven't played that yet. And I installed Final Fantasy X because I got a hankering to play through Final Fantasy X.
Really? What brought this on?
I just love the game. Like it's one of the Final Fantasies I can consistently play through, without it like seemingly being a chore, just because I know it like the back of my hand. And I think it's just because it came out like I started really getting into video games, specifically RPGs, like. I had played Chrono Cross before, but 10 was like one of the I got 10 when I got my PS2, so it was just something I continuously played over and over again because I loved it so much. So it's like a comfort game to me. And I think a lot of what we're experiencing now kind of relates to that game and like what goes on and just people following people and they shouldn't be following people kind of thing. And I think it's still one of my favorite Final Fantasies because I think the story is pretty consistent up until the end.
Unusually consistent for a Final Fantasy game.
I was just about to say it has a pretty consistent good story all the way through. And I think a lot of people kind of like neglect that when they rank that in their Final Fantasy games.
Like it's not my favorite Final Fantasy, Brit, but I actually do think it has one of the stronger narratives.
There's not enough pixels. There's too many pixels actually for you to.
It's got actually, so to bounce off something CJ said in chat, it's actually got one of the strongest openings to any game in the franchise. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. Watching Sin tear through the city and you have no fucking idea what's happening, and then Auron comes along and he's an asshole to you. Like,
I also really want to play through Final Fantasy X-2 again, and I don't want to do that until I play through 10.
10-2 is so fun.
It's like, so good.
That game gets forgotten so much when talking about that series, but it's so much fun.
10-2, I say this every time I talk about 10-2, has the best battle system in all the Final Fantasy.
It's so fun.
It's up there.
Yeah, it's such a great combat system.
It's
up there.
Fun.
The dress spheres are really fun. I think my only my two issues with 10, I like, and it's not. I mean, I've played through it multiple times. I like 10. I'm not the biggest fan of some of the character design, just because I feel like Nomura was the most Nomura he's ever been.
If you say Lulu, I swear to fucking God.
I was gonna say Tidus is really the only one whose design I'm not a big fan of. Everyone
No,
else.
I was just gonna say there's so many fucking belts. There's so many belts.
Yeah,
like,
buddy.
Like Lulu.
I'm willing to work for it. All right, that's fine. I'll unbuckle as many as I got to.
It'll take a while, but brother, I'm willing.
I thought Seymour was a very weak ass villain. I
will say 10 had like not. Seymour didn't feel like the villain to me. He just kind of felt like a corny like cartoon. Like
it feels like the game didn't really have a main villain. Yeah.
And this is going to sound really bad, but I liked Seymour more when he was less of a monster and more like an actual monster and more of just like a really terrible.
When he was a monster in the way that a regular man can be, right?
Right. Yeah, I thought that was way more interesting than whatever the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Seymour was there just to kind of give the party something to fight a few times throughout the course of the story.
Yeah. Seymour was there to make me irrationally mad at his fucking haircut.
His haircut sucks.
Yeah, it's fucking motorcycle handlebars.
Dude, you
fucking
gotta
wave racer over here.
Fucking Hatsune Miku looking ass bitch.
Well, I feel like 10 had the same problem 9 did at the very, 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 very end. When you think like the final boss pops out of nowhere, you're like, oh, never mind.
That's every Final Fantasy though. Like,
I mean, that's not every Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but it. I mean, that one made a smidge of more sense than fucking Necron out of my ass.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, wait, did Necron literally come out of your ass?
Probably. Why not? It was that terrible. Right. Yeah, but I'm struggling to.
CJ said Seymour looked. CJ said Seymour looks like a Sonic character who was turned into a human.
It's like a fucking Fursona kind of situation.
Yeah, reverse Fursona.
Yeah.
That's actually really fucking accurate.
Yeah. I've just been struggling to, I talk about this all the time, but I struggle when I have depression to like really sit down. Like all the things that I enjoy suddenly seem overwhelming or just not fun to me. And last night was one of those times. I was going to start up 10 so I could talk about it today, but I just didn't have it in me. And so easy accessible games, Hello Kitty and Repo when I feel like it. Sometimes Rivals. Sometimes.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I would play Marvel Rivals.
I wish I could play. I wish playing video games didn't feel like a fucking chore. Like,
see, I'm actually kind of the same way, but it's with TV shows versus games. Like, I can play games. Starting a TV show feels like an arduous task these days. Just because there's so many there's so many episodes.
See, that's movies for me. I can't starting a movie daunting as fuck to me. But you break it up in hour episodes. I'll binge that shit all day. Like
Britt, you gotta watch Severance. You gotta watch Severance, Britt.
Everybody keeps telling me that White Lotus and what was the other one we were talking about when we were playing Jackbox with Sam? Was it just those two?
I think so.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Severance is like the one
Brittany
show
keeps
I
thriving.
We got to do another Jackbox night for sure.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a good ass. We needed that.
We needed that.
Jeff.
No, that was me the first night of Repo.
God, we fucking needed that too. Repo.
You know what I didn't need? You fucking punting me off of a fucking edge.
Went to bed and I felt so bad.
I woke up feeling bad. I was so disappointed. Like, I wasn't even mad. I was just like, we got so close and he pushed me off an edge.
Britt,
we've been doing that to each other all night and just giggling about it.
I didn't have the boost, bitch.
I know.
Britt, he fucking called me the next day, like bragging and laughing about it.
That's not even close to true. Why would you do this,
he
John?
absolutely fucking
John,
did.
this is the second most sabotage you've done to me all year.
Oh my god.
It's not true. It's not true.
Goodness.
John is a liar, and I famously am the worst at lying.
I saved you, Derek. You walked off the fucking edge, and he fucking
he celebrated it, Britt. He celebrated it.
I did have to hear y'all talk so much shit about me while I was dead, but I earned it. I earned it.
Let's kick it over to Jeff. Jeff, what are you playing, buddy?
Nothing.
That's not true. You gave a really interesting flight sim screenshot earlier.
Yeah. What was that all about?
Y'all motherfuckers be playing flight sim till your hands bleed.
Oh yeah,
You got to talk about that.
And requesting FAP clearance.
no, just like
request the FAP clearance.
the thing is like you can't leave unattended when you're flying on the network. It just causes problems for the controllers, like if they need you to do something, but you're allowed to log off and disconnect. Like of course they can't stop you from doing that. So this I assume kid sent a message to my upline controller who's controlling Edmonton Center, and he's like, yeah, could I request permission to step away for an hour to go to the doctor? My hand is bleeding.
No.
Yeah. It's like
incredible.
Just log off, man. Like he wanted to stay online and connected with like his plane on, but like leave to go to the doctor. It's like, fuck, what are you doing?
Requesting permission, dude. Go to the fucking doctor. Like, what are you doing?
And then
requesting permission to take a shit.
The group I control with gave me shit because I basically did the same thing a couple months ago. I was in the middle of controlling a busy event, so there was a few of us coordinating, and I went to grab a glass of water and like smashed it in my hand, started bleeding all over the place. So I came back to my computer and was like asking someone, was like, hey, I need to do a briefing to hand over control of the airport to you. Let me know. And they're like, oh my God, dude, just leave. So no, I haven't been playing much. I've got kind of my first official exam for my certifications coming up for controlling April 14th. So I'm certified for Edmonton now. It is pretty cool. I'm finally kind of able to work a big airport, so I'm getting lots of planes, lots of traffic, and yeah, it's been almost a year to get to this point.
So wait, like an actual is this still just flight sim or?
No, this is the network I control on, so it's integrated with different flight sims, but this is the VATSIM network, so it's the virtual air traffic control network. And
you had to get certification. Like, explain this to me because I don't get it.
Yeah, so I'll recap it because like probably not everyone has heard me talk about it. So VATSIM, it's basically a plugin or an add-on and it works with every flight sim, or at least all the major ones. There's 3 or 4 of them. So whatever flight sim you play, you connect to VATSIM, and it's basically shared multiplayer. So you can see other pilots, other planes from every other flight sim. You're all flying on the network. And on the controller side, it integrates air traffic control. So there's pilots flying in air traffic controllers, real people, and it all replicates real world procedures as close as possible. Most of the documentation training is created by real controllers or real pilots, especially within the Canadian division. So yeah, everyone, the pilots fly and the controllers control, and they do their best to emulate real world policies and procedures. So
that's crazy.
That's fucking cool.
It's intense.
Bro, just go get your pilot license. Like
for real.
You know what it costs? It costs $15,000 just to get your license. On top of, yeah, it's like piloting is for rich people, man.
You could have told me that.
10 to 15,000 to get your license, and then if you don't own a plane, which like costs probably 500,000, you need a flying club membership and have to keep your hours regular to maintain your currency and certificate. It's insane. So I'm happy, and I get really bad motion sickness. I could probably never cut it, so I'm happy to sit in my dank basement.
That's but that's super fucking dope, though, Jeff.
I'm proud of you, man. Like that's just like. Dude, I would not have the fucking discipline or dedication to be able to do that.
It's just one of those things where it's weirdly rewarding. I don't know, because like, to be honest, I've been out of school for like 20 years now, and I kind of miss learning things, and it's fake, but it's real. Like it's really interesting, right? Because I'm learning real procedures. So there's been a lot of aviation news the last couple of years. It's just interesting to look at it from that perspective and listen to recordings and stuff and have a really good understanding of what's happening. And I've met a lot of nice people on there too. So yeah, it's a weird hobby, but yeah, it's very serious. There's official training documents. There's a lot of work. I've got probably 300 hours put in.
Who like grades that stuff? Is like they're like how does that work?
Yeah, so VATSIM.
I'm sorry, this is just very interesting. This is the first time hearing about it, so it's very interesting to me.
It's so fucking cool.
So the VATSIM network is worldwide. It's been around for 20 years. It's been around since 1999, actually 25 years. So like back in the days of like Flight Sim X and stuff like that. So it's worldwide, and then it's broken down into subdivisions. So there's like VAT USA, which covers they staff all the air traffic controllers for US. So I'm part of the VATCAN division, which is the Canadian division. And then within each country, in the US, it would be broken down it's based on real world airspaces, which are usually per state. So you'd have like Salt Lake airspace over Utah, or like New York airspace. So in Canada, I'm in the Edmonton airspace, which covers all of Alberta, but also the entire Arctic. It's the largest airspace in the world, actually.
wow.
And it boundaries 7 other airspaces. So so each division has their own staff. They're all, of course, it's all volunteers. Everyone's just doing this for fun. So you've got broken down into like students who are learning to control, like myself, and then you've got instructors and then exec staff who maintain like the websites, all the registration and stuff. And so yeah, there's a bit of a wait list because there's generally very few instructors because they're controlling, but also giving their time to teach people how to do it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it works, but it's been fun. I'll say that.
It's like, are there, so like when y'all fly, like, is it almost kind of like role play, or is it just like you talk about like how does that work?
I call it role play because it really like it's not real, so it's role play, but I'm not making things up. So what I do, I'm a tower controller, but I also perform ground and delivery services. So pilots on the ground, they file their flight plan. I check their flight plan, make sure their altitude's correct because they need even altitudes for westbound flights, odd altitudes for eastbound. There's mandatory routes, so certain waypoints they have to hit depending which area they're exiting the region. I have to make sure all their fixes are correct. Make sure the aircraft type is correct, and then give them taxi instructions to the runway. We have real world reference materials for the airport layouts, so we give them the taxi instructions, all the real world METAR runway selections, give them the wind and weather information, and then
So I know you said like, are you playing on the new flight sim? Because I know you said that launch was super rough. Has it like, no?
I said I would not touch 2024 when it came out, and then my stupid, you dumb bitch. There was day one, like, let's fucking go. And it's just, I just couldn't. I put in, it sounds dumb. You used to be able to file tickets with Zendesk to Microsoft, like actual support tickets for Flight Sim, and you'd get assigned to like a support worker and they'd give you updates. And now it's just forum posts and you hope that the dev team reads it. So I spent like 2 weeks. I must have submitted 20 bug reports. I think 5 of them actually got reproduced and logged by the dev team. And I was like, this isn't fun. This isn't how games should be. I'm just doing QA for free. So I'm
which one are you playing right now?
I'm back on 2020. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's stable. And I think 2024 will be in a good spot in like a year or two. It's just, it's just frustrating. I'm on my
2024 will be good in 2026 is what you're saying.
The new game comes out.
Guys, 2024 is never going to be good.
Rants, like, just fucking Microsoft. They announced 2020. They said it would have 10 years of support. 3 years later, they announced 2024. Everyone's like, what the fuck? They're like, well, don't worry. We're going to continue to support 2020, even though they could barely support 2020 because it was still a broken shit show and everything was falling behind timeline wise. And now they have 2 games on the go and they're trying to support them both. What are you fucking doing?
It's almost like they're bad at managing video game decisions and making video game decisions.
You could have fucking guessed.
Yeah, and like no shade to the dev team, right? Like
no. This is strictly fuck you, Microsoft.
They're doing all worse.
The devs.
Microsoft decided they could sell another 3 million copies if they put out a new version. That's probably what happened here. Yeah. So yeah, because they got to make back that money they paid to
they needed that money.
On. Yeah, fucking.
So you bought it?
I bought it. I bought the Aviator edition for $300.
I'm sorry.
Hey Jeff, I was gonna tell you when you said you stupid bitch, I was gonna be like, man, you gotta really be more kind to yourself. And no, I'm just gonna let you say whatever you want now.
Yeah.
I mean,
love you, bud.
I'm the guy that has paid for the $100 editions of the past multiple Battlefield games, and I don't learn.
I've never done it for Battlefield.
I never do that because I don't give a shit about DLC. I don't care about cosmetics, but like this edition is the only one that comes with all the planes. Like when I buy a game, I want to get the full game. And
right. No, I do the same shit. Like, and you love it. Like you shouldn't have to justify buying the most expensive thing of something you love and you're passionate about. Like,
I'm like, when I boot it up, I don't want to like go to pick something like, oh, I don't have that because I didn't buy that.
I'm totally joking, especially with the amount that you play like Flight Sim. Like that's just like if I decided to buy multiple games throughout the year. You play a lot of Flight Sim. Like it balances out. It makes sense.
I make worse financial decisions on a daily fucking basis. Are you kidding me? Like.
Okay,
cool. I'm glad that I killed it.
On a real video game topic, I did start replaying Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 2 just on the hype of the 3-4 announcement. I'm still I'm trying not to be a downer. I'm still annoyed that Vicarious Visions got just dissolved and merged into Blizzard and couldn't just make this.
Yeah.
It sounds like Iron Galaxy's doing it and they'll probably do a good job. It's just, can we just have the teams that make a good game that was really successful continue to make more of that instead of doing this shit? But yeah, Tony Hawk still rules. I like 100%ed the first game in 3 hours. That's my kind of game. It's just comfort food, right? It's something I grew up in. It's super cozy, and that's we can all appreciate that these days, I think. So I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Well, speaking of comfort food, and I won't go too into this because it's kind of also what inspired our second topic of the night. I have been replaying Ocarina of Time. I kind of hit the end of like there's not a lot left for me to do in Monster Hunter Wilds. So I'm gonna I'll go back to it as the updates come, but like I've burned through my initial gigantic batch of playing. And Ocarina of Time felt like something I could jump into that would be like relatively bite-sized and comfort food, like you mentioned, Jeff. And it's been good to go back to. It made me think about what makes certain games like age better than others, which is going to be one of our topics later in the show.
Fucking like Ocarina of Time is another comfort one for me too.
Yeah.
It's like that Final Fantasy X, Chrono Cross, like those are all like games I played over and over and over again.
I'm actually playing using the like Ship of Harkinian, the like PC decompilation, which has a bunch of like basically they people reverse engineered a PC version that like runs really smoothly and is in widescreen and has a bunch of little quality of life updates you can turn on and off, and like it's been a really good breezy way to reapproach this game that I really love.
I loved Ocarina of Time because I had like for its time, I had so much female representation in that game.
Who's best
so
girl?
like Malon, Zelda, Nabooru, fucking Princess Ruto, like just so many good characters. And then the fucking Gerudo camp, all females, badass. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good. Like it's
so
just
good.
such a good game, and the music. Incredible. That'll make a game for me. Like 100%. Like that.
Doritos are just fine as hell, period. Like
Correct.
Man.
Yeah.
They're just
fucking
I'm just gonna keep it real.
Sheik. She can get it.
Yeah.
They can get it.
Whatever. Yeah.
They can get it. It
we
doesn't
love a
matter
gender
what
fluid
they're-
icon.
Right.
You know? Doesn't matter. No, yeah, Ocarina of Time's been great to go back to. And then, like kind of mentioned earlier, been playing Repo. Been playing Repo a lot with Britt and her husband and a couple of friends. It's been a really, really good time. It's been really funny. It's definitely my favorite of these like Lethal Company likes that have come out.
It's so much better than Lethal Company.
It's a lot more approachable. It's easier to pick up and put down. It's easier to make a little progress in, and it's funny, which I think is
you can
important.
save. You can save it. Your progress too between levels. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a great time playing Repo. It's one of those. I mean, again, it takes a lot for me to want to play like an online multiplayer game a lot, and that's it. That's the fucking one.
Yeah,
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we played Lethal Company, and then we kind of just never went back to it.
Yeah, it was like fine, right? It's kind of the same with like Phasmo, right?
Clip moments.
We did Phasmo.
I mean,
I
played the shit out of Phasmo, so I can't say like
I did it a couple times, but I just never went back. But like, yeah, there's something about Repo that like I could do that shit almost every night.
Yeah, it's just John, you got to get it. It's so good.
Yeah,
I also want to just fucking throw you off the ledge sometimes.
Yeah, same.
So.
I mean, I could do that, but there are so many old PlayStation 1 games to play.
There's too many pixels in Repo.
What about the friends you could play with along the way? Hold on, these fuckers.
Beat these dogs. Yeah, no, Repo is a fantastic time. But those are the things I've been playing. I have not had a ton of gaming time outside of like the really, really stupid late hours. Because I'm working a lot, and then I get home, and then I've got to cook, and then I've got to clean, and then a lot of times I'm just kind of plus like just a bunch of other stuff. But
real quick, Derek, I want to say something to Paris in chat.
Oh my god,
I want to say something to Paris in chat. Paris, my man, dude. There is a thing called the pull-up bar. Go to it.
I'm so glad we can interrupt the show for this.
Wrap your hands around it. do a set of pyramid pull-ups and push-ups, and then get fucking back to me, dude. All right? Why are you here in fucking chat? Go do some goddamn pull-ups, dude. I got mine done for the day. I know you didn't get yours, dude.
I don't know.
What's going on? I don't even.
Just a weak
if you
noodle
stop
armed
paying attention for a
in
moment,
chat.
John will hijack everything to talk about his fucking muscles. It's just a
No.
given.
I'm talking about Paris.
Okay,
in
a
chat
rival's
here.
muscles. Fine, whatever.
What muscles? He has no muscles. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shut up and kiss already.
Anyway, Justin, what are you playing?
He's already went. I was last.
He's
I'm
already
always
went.
last. So.
All right. Well, let's do our fucking.
Sounds like bottom behavior, to be honest.
Fuck off. Not even close to correct.
Wow.
Are you kidding me? I wait.
Holy
No,
shit.
you know what? I'm not gonna. This is theoretically we flew too close to the sun with the jizz bullets last show. Okay.
Dude, jizz bullet right in the eye.
What? We're not going down that path again either.
Piss grenades and jizz bullets.
John, we have and company. We have a topic. Yeah, Britt.
I was gonna say I didn't ask because you were like, we're not going down that way, and I was like, I didn't ask.
Yeah.
You know,
John and company. You can't even fucking acknowledge the others by their names. You asshole.
Why am I here? Why do I do this week after week? I'm on medication now. I don't need you fuckers.
real.
Derek, what's our first big topic?
First big topic, and it's good news.
Fucking finally, dude.
Yes.
Anybody want a corgi?
The Communications Workers of America, CWA, has partnered up to form the first video game industry wide union, the UVW CWA. So we have had, and we've talked about a lot of small union efforts, right? About like QA testers at Raven Software, for example, forming a union, right? Or developers, certain group of developers at Sega forming a union, right? What's interesting about the UVW CWA, it is the first, and this is North American, right? There's a couple of similar organizations in Europe, but this is the first North American direct join union. So what that means, for people who don't really understand how this sort of stuff works, is this is not a union attached to a company. This is a union you as a programmer, an artist, whatever, somebody working on games in the industry can join, whether you are a freelance worker or a full-time employee of a company. It does not require everyone at Nintendo of America to join it, right? Like if you join it, you're part of the union. Now, in the short term, that is still not going to provide a lot of protections to a lot of people. Let's use the Nintendo of America example, right? If you're somebody working at Nintendo of America and you join that union, you're not granted much protection at first. But because it's direct join, more and more people will be able to join it, and the larger UVW CWA gets, the more protection it will offer throughout the industry, right? It's that SAG-AFTRA style, industry-wide union that has the power to strike, to collectively bargain for better conditions. It's
So this has been building for like a decade. Are you serious? I'm looking at the article here.
Well,
on IGN, written by Rebecca Valentine.
Reb's article draws a through line from the origins of Game Workers Unite, which is not a union; it is a pro-union organization.
It's a pro-union org, yeah.
But it's basically like a, like a messaging thing. But like you. It has been a long, ongoing struggle to get unionization to catch on in the gaming industry. I mean, we talk about it how many times a year in regards to it either being the solution or one of the solutions to problems or unionization efforts elsewhere. Yeah, I mean, God, again, how long have we been talking about this? And we might be at the big turning point in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I'd like to think that, dude, but I feel like we've said that before.
Yeah, but this is a major union attached to an existing major union that's direct join. Like it is objectively like a big moment.
No, I agree with you that it's a big moment, dude. I just like, I guess that this might be like the super pessimist in me speaking, but and I fully acknowledge that my thoughts on this are probably being tainted by fucking everything else happening in the world right now.
It's hard not to be in a cynical frame of mind. I acknowledge.
I will believe it when I see it.
So here's where I'm going to grant where my cynicism sneaks in, right? Is it's going to require people to actually join it. And a lot of people have been, especially in North America, have been convinced that unions are out to get them, right? Not to pay dues to the unions, that they're just taking money out of your paycheck. Anti-union sentiment is really high in this country. So,
gee, I wonder why.
You know,
could it be that we're a capitalist hellscape? Well,
we've very effectively, propagandized against unions in the workplace, right?
Yeah.
And communication, right? How many people know this is an option for them? I'd imagine a lot of like entry-level QA testers at so-and-so developer don't know that this is a thing they can join yet, right? Messaging is going to be a big part of this.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. The richest man in the world being the new president of the United States, and I'm not talking about Donald Trump, is I would say that right now the United States is probably one of the most non-union friendly countries in the world. Maybe the most non-union friendly.
It's a very union hostile environment, but like that kind of makes this all the more impressive, right?
Yeah, it does. But I mean, there are so many fucking roadblocks that this country can throw up. Like, I don't know, man. Like I'm hopeful, and I would love to see this completely come to fruition. But I mean, like you said, at the same time, dude, like none of these people have the real legit protection of a union yet.
Till they join it and more people join it, right?
Right. But like, isn't that up to the companies to like? Because I mean, to join a union, like, and I know that's
that's the point of a direct join union. It's not up to Nintendo or EA or Activision or, well, I guess Activision's not around, Microsoft or anyone, right? You join. It's your choice. I worry about retaliation and people being bullied and threatened into not joining. Until
I think it's good to focus like on the positive of it right now. Like at least it's happening, and it's good to see even in a state that our country is in, where billionaires rule everything and people aren't like the working class aren't seem to be cared about. It's like it's nice to see that people are still trying to make changes. Whether or not they succeed or not is, to me, right now, like not the important thing. The important thing is that people are still fighting, and I think that's important to see. Importantly, in these types of times.
And
I agree. I'm sorry for being a downer. I don't
think you're being a downer. I think you have a lot of personal feelings and stakes in this. And nobody's trying to take that away from you or tell you you're wrong or that you shouldn't feel the way you do. Like, it's absolutely 100% valid why you feel the way you do. I think it's just nice to see some kind of positivity, whether or not it comes to fruition or not is, still up in the air. That's true. But it is nice to see some kind of positivity bloom from something that we didn't think would be possible, if that makes sense. Like, I think we're also, at least here in the States, I think we're also just kind of, we've been beat down, especially really hard these last few months. So I think it's normal to see something like this and be skeptical of it and question, whether or not it'll actually happen. Just because we've been through so much, we've been through a lot. And so my point of view and my I'm trying to retrain my brain to not just immediately go to the negative, right? I'm trying to be like, okay, let's see what's good about this. Let's see, where we can.
I think it's like down the road, you don't know how it's going to go, and we can, view that optimistically or negatively, but it's like today, right now,
Yeah.
a good thing happened. How it turns out, we don't know, but like
Right.
the world is better even a little bit for this existing. So let's just hope for it and support it as best we can.
I think it's an important perspective. Oh, sorry, you go ahead, Justin. I don't want to cut you off.
Mine was kind of changing gears. It's still about this, but changing gears. So you go ahead because you were responding directly.
I was just going to say the thing, like, I don't want to shame you, John, because like I think it is an important perspective, and I think it's important for people to recognize that like the risk of retaliation is there, and that risk is greater until we hit the point of there's going to be like a threshold where this union is big enough and widespread enough that it has real power. Up until that point, the threat of strike is not particularly like enough of a repercussion to prevent retaliation. But if they play their cards right, if they don't make any big moves if they focus on messaging and focus on building their roster and get big enough, then they will gain the power that they need to actually put their foot down. But like, it is important to hear what you're saying, John, because if they just go, yeah, we're a union, we can fucking do it now, like they're gonna get stomped out immediately. They got to play their cards right. They got to be smart.
I just don't think that like, and again, I'm speaking for the United States here, but I don't feel like rules and regulations and laws against retaliation are where they need to be yet in this country for employees of any company, whether it's working for the federal government or working in the private sector. Yeah, and like it is so easy. It is so fucking easy in this country to frighten workers into compliance.
Yeah,
it is beyond easy, and it's only getting easier as this as things shift and change in this country. And I understand that I'm probably being too negative and cynical about it, but at the same time, I have seen, we all have a lot of friends and in this industry. As we've done this podcast for years, like we've become really good friends with a lot of people in this industry, and we've seen a lot of good people lose their jobs for nothing more than corporate greed. While we've seen people get laid off at Destiny, like our friend Liana Ruppert, while the CEO of Destiny or of Bungie is showing off all his new sports cars, right? Like, it is hard in a world where that is possible. It is hard to look at good news like this and not immediately look for but
as Dorian pointed out in chat, though, like,
what about the other shoe? Go ahead, Jeff.
It's no, I was just gonna say, like, as Dorian pointed out in chat too, it's a North American union.
That's
right?
my understanding. Like, it's fully North American, not just US,
so and like, for example, Canada has a very large video game industry, right? Like Ubisoft up there in Montreal, you got BioWare, and there's a lot of indie studios and stuff like that. So like, that's not to say like Canada's perfect with regards to, I think the climate's a bit different here, but again, even if it struggles at times in the States for now, that doesn't mean it can't start getting traction in Canada and get some good support up here, and maybe that trickles down, right? Because you have a lot of collaboration, right? People like video game studios. I think the gaming industry is very tight, right? Even though there's a lot of people in there, a lot of people know each other, and so people joining in one place and saying, hey, come on board. Like it could gather steam in one place, and that could affect the other too. Again, just trying to look at maybe a silver lining, but like
no,
and everything you say is valid.
So there's 2 points that I was very happy about reading this that I think are going to be very good for the industry at wide, no matter what. One of them is, even if you've been laid off, you can join this union, which is going to be great once people start getting back into jobs and, things shift around. Because, sometimes it's like, if that many people that were currently out of a job in the industry were not able to join this, it would really hold back the efforts of the union. So I'm very happy that they're going to be able to be eligible to join. And also, I think this is a kind of a big moment for like legitimizing the gaming industry in a different way than it has before. Like, the establishment of these types of unions really lead to like a growth and respect of an industry that wasn't there before. Like if you look at the film industry, like cast and crew and stuff, like they have very rigorous standards set by the unions, and are recognized for being skilled workers that you want on your sets. There have been a lot of problems caused when some studios try to go non-union for stuff. Union workers in like film industry are desirable. And I would love for something like that to happen with the game industry, because I think workers need to have their work recognized. They need to have it valued. They need to be able to stand up for themselves in a way that they haven't been able to before. Gaming has been run as if it's a tech thing. It's not been run like it's one of the arts or certain
That's a really
skills.
good point, dude. That's a really good point.
Like it's not like recognizing these unique skill sets that so many developers have. Like it's not like recognizing like game animators in the same way as like set designers are on a movie set. And I would love for those types of skills, and people that are immensely talented, to have that talent recognized, to have it be valued. And because I am somebody, I really do like going in depth into how games work and behind the scenes and how people made things happen. And I would love for that work to be valued, because there's so much creative thinking. There's so many clever ways of making things come together. And a lot of it's illusions, and a lot of it, but it works, and it's so cool. And I think that even beyond like the game industry, it's like, oh, this is an industry that is thriving, that has, talented union workforce, like that can also get investments from elsewhere and things like too. I think it could really benefit the industry in a lot of ways. And I mean, we're a long way off from that really taking off, but I really hope it's that kind of the eventual end of this pursuit.
Well,
because I think it would be great.
Even if this particular union doesn't succeed the way we hope it does, it's a first, right? And it won't be the last. It's a big moment for the industry and everything you said, Justin, right? So regardless of what happens here, there will be another one, and I think we're getting there in the right direction. It's painfully slow, and it sucks for the industry to watch it going through what it's going through right now. But I do believe at some point we'll get where the movie and film industry is, and the industry and the workers will get the respect they deserve for their talents.
That's kind of
I fucking hope so, man.
The mission statement we've been banging on for God knows how many years, right? Like treat gaming as art, not as content, right? Like, that's where
Then you got AI fucking that shit up.
Fuck.
AI Aloy.
Oh, that. Yeah, we talked about that last week. The fucking.
Did you see Birch's response to it?
Yes, and it was fantastic. And
yeah, it was incredible.
I wish it had gone in further, because like me and John were talking about on the show last week, like frankly, any man involved with creating an AI underage girl that men can speak to in any way they want, you should go directly to prison. I don't care.
Wait, is Aloy underage?
Aloy, here's the thing. That's
19.
her from that's her from the first game.
Yes, she was 19.
Was she 19? I thought she was. Yeah. I thought she was younger. I thought she was like 16, 17 in Zero Dawn.
No, I'm pretty sure she was 19 in Zero Dawn.
Hold on,
she's still pretty young.
Google, we'll get down to this.
It's less criminal. It's still fucking gross. I don't like it.
You still have a point, no matter what. She was.
Okay, she's
young.
She's 19, 20.
Okay. That's
the irony that the first Google result is the AI overview.
I hate that.
You used to be able to take that away.
Yeah. Yeah. No, not anymore, because fuck all of us.
Wait. Is AI trying to hold on?
Oh, no.
Keep going.
But yeah, that's like That's here's the thing. Ultimately, like,
she might be 16.
Oh, really?
I thought she was
older.
I thought she was 19 in Forbidden West and 16 in Zero Dawn.
So there's discussion around it. So
because remember the fact that she has fully modeled
okay.
titties and nips in the second game, and people were like, "Is this okay?" And there had to be a whole thing about how she's not underage anymore. I could swear I remember that. Anyway, that's too much on a subject I don't like. Yeah. Anyway, the thing I was going to get at is it is important to recognize, to go back to where John was, that like, I think it's important to recognize the drawbacks. It's important to recognize the barriers in the way. I think we've still got.
I'm sorry. There's so many different answers on this. Like
that's not good. That's some people are like it's 20, and other people are like 16 halfway to 17, and I'm like, which is it? This is worse. This is so much worse. The fact that it's not.
Britt, I am glad though that the link that you sent is a genuine, like, actually trying to figure this out, because discussions about how old a woman is to be real bad.
Give me a little bit more credit.
I know I'm
that is genuinely people doing math to try to figure this out.
That's what I'm saying.
If I Googled how old is this suspiciously young female fictional character, my computer would immediately call the police, right? And it should. Like, that's why we like MILFs in this house. But yeah, so what I was saying, it's important to recognize the barriers in the way. It's important not to let like blind optimism proceed without a recognition of the obstacles in the way. But like we've got to embrace the correct steps forward, even if they're ones that will face great difficulty, because the alternative, if you can't celebrate and you can't find some amount of optimism or hope in a move like this, then give up. Right? You've already decided that we're fucked permanently. If you see a move like this, like, I don't say that to be cruel. I say that because I want people who feel cynical to hear that and maybe stop and rethink, right? If this cannot be a positive thing, then there is no such thing as a positive thing, right? And you are locked permanently into a doom spiral, like, and that is maybe not healthy. That's what I've got. I hope to have positive updates on this story in the future, and not negative ones.
I think
we'll all feel better if we have another.
I feel like I'm being too negative about this shit. But...
No, again, I think you've brought valuable stuff, right? Somebody has to say that, like, this is dangerous, and our society set up against it, right? That's important to be said, to hear, to bring to this discussion. And anybody who's not ready to hear that is themselves blindly optimistic, which is not helpful either. So we have a fun topic tonight.
Let's move into our last topic for the evening. I have actually been looking forward to this one a great fucking deal. And I'll open it up here, Derek. So a few months ago, and this is topical, Derek. So I'm glad that you suggested this. So a few months ago, I went back and I tried to play an old school favorite of mine.
Yeah.
That game is Metroid. Metroid.
Metroid 1?
The original Metroid.
Okay.
The original Metroid.
Interesting. Okay.
The original Metroid was one of my favorite games when I was 7 years old. Right? Like, I mean, to be honest with you, it was the biggest game I'd ever played. I was like, holy shit, this game just never felt like there's so much to do and see. I remember being in love with Metroid. Like, Metroid is one of my favorite franchises, right? Super Metroid is still one of my favorite games. Metroid sucks. Metroid fucking
Metroid
blows.
1 does suck, man. It's
Metroid 1, I played it for about an hour, and I wanted to fucking take a shower of razor blades. Like, it was awful. And I was disgusted. I was disgusted with how shitty and fucking awful Metroid has fucking A. What the fuck are you guys doing in chat?
Don't worry about it.
The fact that it was both of you who responded, I was like, I'm with people. I'm where I need to be.
You guys are so fucking stupid. Fucking assholes.
I'm bringing Rock Band to the fucking somebody once told me.
Somebody.
We are doing fucking Rock Band and karaoke at the next get together.
That dude
again.
is the biggest piece of shit. I'm glad
that
he's
doesn't
dead.
shock me at all. He's dead.
Wow.
He died.
Good, I guess. Fuck him.
He
did.
He was bad.
We're getting spicy tonight. He also sucks shit. Yeah, he was
That's
a
what
fucking
Britt
terrible
said.
human being.
If you knew how to listen to women.
I was agreeing with Britt, you piece of shit.
Sorry, I am thinking maybe my alcohol tolerance has changed, and I'm
check this
a little
out,
further
dude.
in
Want
my
to hear
cups
something
than I
awesome?
thought.
Want to hear something awesome?
Yeah.
You see that mic you're speaking into, dude?
Yeah.
I'm gonna insert it into your skull.
It would have been funny if you said ass.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
I can insert it into my skull right now. Watch me blow this mic. Never mind.
Thank God you said skull. Thank God you said skull.
I'll put this shit in my ass right now. I'll put it in my ass right now.
I got nothing to prove, homie.
I'll sit this shit in the middle of the floor, stand up on my fucking desk, and
oh my
drop
God!
trout.
Back to Metroid. Let's talk about
back to how Metroid's not good.
No, it's not just Metroid. We're going to talk about games that have not only games from our childhood, games that we grew up with that have not only aged well, but also aged poorly. And let me just say, guys, aside from Super Mario Brothers and Tetris, pretty much every NES game is garbage now. I went back and I tried playing a bunch of them, and they're all shit. The Legend of Zelda.
I'm glad you're
shit.
acknowledging Final Fantasy VI's existence in this aspect.
Well, I haven't gotten to there yet. Obviously, that's the greatest game ever made. But I'm specifically talking about NES games. They're almost all garbage. Ninja Gaiden sucks to play. It sucks to fucking play.
Yeah, there's so many games that we played that I try to go. What fucking? Oh my god! There's a game. Keep going. I gotta ask my brother this game because I ask him every fucking time.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I used to love that game when I was a kid. Right? I'm playing it again. I'm like, just about every NES game. Which is that was my first real console ever. I'm like, how the fuck
that game? Don't ruin it for me.
No, but Britt, here's the thing. I'm like, how the fuck
They're hard. They're hard.
Yeah, like how did I ever enjoy this shit? Like it's a fucking wonder that I grew up loving games.
Do you remember the Tailspin game? Did you ever play the Tailspin game?
Okay, all right.
That shit's so hard.
But Britt, Britt, not just Tailspin, but the fucking Rescue Rangers game.
Yes.
That shit looks so fucking good.
The Mickey Mouse game where you have to carry the key, like
oh my
Castle of Illusion.
You just
Castle of
unlocked
Illusion,
some
Britt.
fucking secret memories. Wow.
I'm not lying when I say I'm a gamer. Like I played bullshit.
I've heard you shit talk. I know you're a gamer.
No, I will say this: the first time I ever played Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers
Bubble
on
Bobble
NES,
still does rule. I will get Bubble Bobble fucking holds up. Love that game.
Bubble Bobble holds
boys.
up. I mean, all of the Buster Groove games are fucking great.
Yeah.
But Britt, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers was the first time in my life I was wowed by graphics. I was like, holy fuck!
Really?
Like
Chip and Dale.
Britt, Chip and Dale. I mean, that's that. Capcom knew what the fuck. Capcom knew what the fuck. DuckTales. DuckTales holds the fuck up. DuckTales, the game, holds the fuck up.
Maybe the discussion tonight should be how 90s cartoon fucking intro music fucking slapped. Can't be beat.
90s cartoons were almost 80s and 90s cartoons often sucked shit, but the intros, so good.
Now I'm gonna be
the peak of every episode was just the first 2 minutes when you're all high on the theme.
Yeah.
Now I am gonna
Except
be
Sailor Moon, which was good the whole time.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna make Derek angry. I'm gonna make Derek upset.
Why would you do
this?
this?
But it has to be said.
Why would you do this?
Every
John.
NES Mega Man game is garbage and should not be played anymore.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna agree.
they're hard.
I'm gonna agree with you because they're insane. Look, here's the thing. I love a lot of what Mega Man stands for, right? And especially Mega Man 2 for its time is brilliant. The hard thing with the NES era is that it is a is at the time it's revolutionary, but the hardware limitations plus the fact that there was not the same level of institutional knowledge and practice and experience in designing games meant that the NES era of games is rough to go back to.
It's awful to go back to.
It's actually interesting to see people make games, like see indies make little like itch.io games that are stuck to the limitations of what the NES could do, and see how good some of these games could be, even with those hardware limitations on those, with like modern game design knowledge. It's why I think that a lot of the SNES era holds up much better across the board.
So much better, dude. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like, and guys, everybody else jump in here, but I would say, like, if we're going to talk about games from our childhood and I'm painting in broad strokes here with the NES, and I'll get more specific as we go on. But I would say that there is, aside from, if you're like my son, who's going to be 17 in a month, which is really fucking me up.
Oh God!
If you want to go back,
dude,
he'll be in college next year. Like, what the fuck?
Oh.
If you want to go back and you want to experience, like, but he's like me, right? He loves games. He's gonna be a gamer the rest of his life, just like me.
That's the worst thing you could ever say about a child. He's gonna be a gamer the rest of his life.
For life.
He's a gamer for life. But
yeah.
Dude, like he was like, Dad, thinking about going back and playing some of those, playing some old NES games to kind of see where all the shit started.
I'm like, don't you do that? Don't you say that?
No, I did that. No.
Why are they making a second one?
Hold on. I did that years ago when he was 14. He told me he wanted to be a professional streamer. I turned around and I was like, don't say that. Don't you ever say that.
Yeah, no.
You stay right here where it's safe. But I told him, he was like, hey, I'm going to think about going back and trying some old NES games, see where all this shit started. I'm like, dude, don't bother. I'm like, you're just going to hate it. You're going to fucking hate it, dude. Like, this is going to be garbage for you. Games are so much better now.
Oh my God.
And
I can't remember that game and my brother isn't responding and it's bugging the shit out of me.
I might be able to tell you which game. Like, describe
it's something
me.
Quest. Mystery Quest.
Final Fantasy Mystery Quest.
Mystic Quest.
That wasn't a Final Fantasy game. That's Mystic Quest.
Mystic Quest. Yeah, Mystic Quest.
Mystery Quest is a completely different game.
Mystery Quest. I've never heard of fucking Mystery Quest before.
Oh my God. It was the hardest fucking game I've ever played in my fucking life. Hold on. I'm pulling up a screenshot now.
You said it's a scary game?
Please? Huh?
Did you say it was a scary game?
No.
Okay.
No,
I must have misheard.
It was just fucking hard. Like, look at this game. It just looks like it's supposed to be like a fun little Zelda knockoff. Yeah. No, it's the hardest fucking thing you could ever play in your goddamn life.
I've seen this. It looks like shit, too.
It was hard.
Hey, man, when you got an NES game, you were stuck with it.
Fucking hard. Yeah.
Oh.
And there was another game. It was like an Indian game. And literally the end of the game is that you have sex with somebody. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about Custer's Revenge?
Custer's Revenge? Yes.
Britt. The whole game is Custer.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about Custer's Revenge. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
that can be a game you played in your childhood. There's no way.
But you know what's funny is, I was in middle school and I specifically
Jeff is looking
remember.
up Custer's Revenge as we speak. It's bad. Go ahead, Britt.
I specifically remember in middle school they had like you could check out like magazines and stuff, and they had a video game magazine there. Those fuckers talked about Custer's Revenge in that game and what the ending of that game was. And that was in my library. And all of us, me and my friends, look at this.
Yeah.
Like, it was so stupid.
He got a 4-pixel weenie. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, like, they didn't show it. Like,
they could have.
It's not.
Honestly, a game that truly has not aged well is the Atari 2600 classic Beat 'em and Eat 'em. where
You can't keep
are,
bringing up beat 'em and eat 'em, dog.
where you are
John,
a man running around on a
this is like the
rooftop.
third time in
Is
like
this
the
your
past
favorite
like few
game?
months
What's
that
up,
you've
man?
mentioned
Because
this
I
fucking
just
game.
can't fucking believe that shit is real. I can't believe that it's a real thing that actually exists on Earth. Like, who, like, we that should have ended the entire, like, video game should have died right there with beat 'em and eat 'em.
You know
But
what's
no.
like this entire like topic could just be summed up to our charity stream where we played N64
Oh my
games and
God.
realized that they're
Every
all just
N64
awful.
game that we played
I've been
almost
saying
was,
this shit. The N64 is
Hey.
the most overrated fucking console in the history of, like, Jeff has
Rampage
opinions.
was great. Rampage was a
Hold on,
great
hold on,
Rampage was
hold on, hold on. Hold on.
Battle
Jeff,
Tanks
Jeff
is
is shaking
not.
his head. Jeff is shaking his head. Jeff.
Yep.
It can't be overrated because we just talked about how great Ocarina of Time was.
Yeah. Just about everything Nintendo developed for the Nintendo 64 was incredible. But
Yeah.
here's the problem. The
Kirby's Air
N64
Ride is garbage.
That's not an N64 game, my good bitch.
Oh, is that GameCube?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure, John.
The person who emulated the games, are you sure?
Yeah.
I
Are
you
mean,
sure
the
about
person
that?
who bought the games, are you sure?
Yeah. So here's the thing about the N64 and PlayStation 1 era, because like the NES era was rough. The SNES era and Genesis era is like better hardware, more institutional knowledge. We got a lot
Papa
more
John's.
bangers out of that era.
Brett, I was saying the exact. I was thinking the exact same
Fuck.
shit. The exact same shit, Brett. I was thinking
My
the
brain
fucking
is so.
same
I'm
thing.
so sorry. I did Smash Mouth. I did Papa John's. Like I am just
No, we
ruining
need it. You're
conversation.
rolling tonight.
Brett, I did the exact same fucking thing in my head. Oh my god, that's amazing.
But
Oh my God.
the N64 and PS1 era, the problem is we're moving to 3D game development, and we go right back to the beginning of people don't know how to make fucking 3D video games. So a bunch of games of that era feel like shit to control because nobody knows what they're fucking doing. And Nintendo is one of the only developers of that era where like just about everything they directly published was really fucking good because they nailed it out the gate with Super Mario 64. Like they knew what they
So
were doing.
good. God,
know?
like that is
I don't
still
think s-
like that game holds up. I don't
Yes,
give
it
a
does.
shit who you
Yes,
I
say.
don't
does.
think it does. Like,
does,
Oh my
like,
dude.
God, no,
I don't
it
think-
does.
like. Here's the thing. If you play Super
Would I
Mario
love
64,
smooth camera controls? Sure, but like beyond that,
no, but
that
but
game
it's not even that.
rules.
It's the fact that Mario and
GoldenEye,
look,
thank you, Rom. GoldenEye.
It's the fact that
Goldeneye.
in
Not
Super
good,
in
actually.
Mario 64, when Mario is running, when he stops, he slides
I've lost
forward
a
just a
friend
little
today.
bit. He just slides forward just
But
a little bit.
There's a
But
momentum.
Yeah, it's a thing you account for.
I don't want to account for it. I don't want to account for it.
Well, then there's other games.
It's a garbage
Thankfully,
mechanic.
there's so many other platformers that existed.
Why did Britt leave?
Oh, because I said GoldenEye's not very good.
Ooh, I'll stay around, but I.
But that would hurt you.
I mean, I would disagree with you. I mean,
I'm
Britt
just
is,
saying, if you
Britt
go-
is right to leave.
If you go
Like-
back to GoldenEye, it's not a great time.
Yeah, go back to the
Okay, whatever. While you mentioned
have a constructive
John's gone too.
conversation about GoldenEye. I think
I'm actually curious. Can I
don't-
defend why I don't think GoldenEye holds up very well?
No,
I'm probably
next,
going to
next
agree. I'm
discussion.
probably going. I'm going to be the middle ground. I'm probably going to agree with Derek, despite the fact I still love the game. I'm curious to hear what you think. Derek.
I love the
Here's-
game.
Real quick, why did we get the offshoot GoldenEye game and not actual GoldenEye when we did our charity stream?
Does GoldenEye not emulate well? Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll look into it. We can make it. I can bring us
It
GoldenEye.
was so fun to play, like solo. It was a great solo game, and it was a fun like multiplayer
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Like
so
The problem is once you've played an actual FPS on a controller, like nowadays,
right, like
that's the problem. It's a matter of like nobody knew how to make a shooter in those days, and
Do you motherfuckers?
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Justin gets to speak.
That's fine.
Talking about games that hold up. GoldenEye's spiritual sequel, Perfect Dark, holds up way better. There is
I
still
haven't played Perfect Dark.
I never
better.
played
Perfect
it.
Dark still has some brilliant ideas that have not been used in very many games. Like, I loved its mission structure, the way the weapons work. Different difficulties have like entirely different mission objectives.
Didn't GoldenEye do that?
Well, that's why like I wanted to just jump in and defend GoldenEye. Like mechanically the controls, yes, they're
just
hard
the
to
controls that I'm shitting on.
Yeah,
It's actually
yeah,
a brilliantly designed game.
And
there's also there's one mode in Perfect Dark that is forgotten, but I've never played anything else like it that was super cool.
Slappers
And
only.
It was called Counter Operative. Basically, it was a 2-player mode where one player played as Joanna Dark, going through the level normally. The other player was a random enemy in that level. And every time that player died, they'd spawn as another enemy. And so you had to play as like one of the regular goons trying to take out the player going through the level. And it was so much fun. And I've never played anything like that in another game. Like, that game just has such brilliant ideas.
So
and that's what I was trying to like. That's what I wanted to defend in GoldenEye. Like, the mechanically the controls are rough, but I replayed it when it came out on Xbox just was it like a year or two ago? The remaster, same time the Switch one came out. It was funny. Both of them were, anyways. But you could see a lot. I didn't appreciate. I think like my memories when I was younger was just 4-player deathmatch or whatever, like just goofing around. I remembered the single-player campaign, but it was really cool to see. Like Justin, you're saying all those cool, unique things about Perfect Dark. There's actually a lot of that in GoldenEye. Yeah. It's a little clumsier. It's a little bit more obtuse. But like having to use like your watch and go in there and kind of select your different gadgets and tools and stuff like that, like it fits well for what a Bond game is. But like I can't think of any other like first person shooter from that era that was really doing something like that with like same thing you said, like different unique mission objectives. It had that same difficulty structure that Perfect Dark does. So like I think it's just if you can get over the controls, I still think like the foundation is still a very solid and unique, cool game.
You know, I'll tell you right now, I think if there's one first-person shooter that has held up better than just about any other,
Turok 2.
I'm gonna go. No, sir. No, sir. Although
Halo 3.
No, it's not. It's not. But it does start with a T, and it ends with a 2. And I'm not talking about Titanfall.
Time Splitters 2?
Time Splitters 2.
Fucking Time Splitters. You know, I was
never played. What is that?
About
Britt.
Very silly, very fun, very well designed like FPS series.
They were like they were the FPS, but I was just talking to someone about it. Like I was just bitching. I was like, man, like I get people like progression in games now. I don't give a shit. Like I miss when I just would like, and I get you can't release a game like that now. I understand that.
You just pop into multiplayer mode and everyone picks a goofy character and somebody jumps in a Jeep and whatever.
Yeah. But like, it was so simple. It played so smooth and so good. It was just unreal.
Wait, I can play Time Splitters 2 on my PS5?
Yeah.
What?
John, you're not going to believe it. You can actually buy and play Bloodborne on your PS5 right now.
It's $2.50 right now.
Yes.
On PSN. Yeah. Holy fuck. I know what I'm doing after we get off.
I literally bought both games 2 days ago because. So, yes.
Derek, I bought it. I also bought Ape Escape and Toy Story 2.
Britt's never played Time Splitters 2. I know what we're doing for the charity stream this year. I know what we're doing. It's fucking Time Splitters 2.
A really good time, actually.
You know what's also a great shooter for like early 2000s era? Fucking Unreal Tournament 2004.
Yo,
I haven't
still
heard
one of my
that in a
favorite
long
shooters
time.
of all
my God.
time.
Tournament 2004.
LAN parties with Unreal Tournament 2004 was the shit.
I first started going to like anime conventions in 2004, and Unreal Tournament was like the thing there. And like I was poor growing up, so I couldn't have PC games, and so that was like my first experience. My friend my friend Dan, he had the game and I played it once there, and then we would like that's what we would do is like we would like do like the con stuff during the day, and then at night we would just go to like the LAN area and just fucking play Unreal Tournament 2004. It was the dopest shit, and everybody was so nice. Like some of my best memories, like Unreal Tournament was in the same room as like the AMVs, which for people like John, that means anime music videos. And they were in the same area, and it was like my teenage heaven, man. Fucking playing video games with like Naruto and Linkin Park in the background.
It's gotta be Naruto and Linkin Park.
It's so good. Like, oh my god, that brings back so many fond memories.
I don't know when I was in high school.
Oh, go ahead, Justin. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I just talking about the LAN party stuff. I just have to just share the name of this place. So there was a LAN place that me and my friends would go to back when I was in high school called Arena 51.
Yo, that's great, actually.
Which was, I love that place.
So I'll tell you what holds the fuck up, guys. If we want to talk about shit that holds the fuck up, every single good 2D beat 'em up ever.
Yeah.
Only because there's not a lot there to work with.
Oh, Derek, you're fucking wrong, my friend.
Jeff has more about Unreal Tournament. Let Jeff go.
That's more important.
I'm trying to find a natural pause to slide in. No, I was gonna say, like, I don't know if it was popular. Was that the one that had assault mode?
Yes.
Like, I don't know if people like that
the
mode.
objective base,
loved that
loved that.
It
And
was
then
so
the warfare mode where you actually had like the vehicles and the nodes.
I didn't play a lot of Unreal Tournament before that. Was that the first one to introduce like the vehicles, like the little
yes.
Because running people over on those was so
the little
satisfying.
hover bike going.
Yeah.
Wait, what game is this?
Unreal Tournament 2004.
Oh, see, I remember like I flew up way too high in the air and somebody was shooting me, and then my solution was just like, I'm just gonna fucking hop out, and I fell.
Fall damage. Oh yeah, there is.
Well, I fell.
Wait.
Yeah, there is, because I fell for like a solid minute and then like fucking died, and my friend thought it was the most hilarious
the ragdoll
shit.
physics when you fucking died in that game.
Yes. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good.
I have to address something that Derek just said because it's a heinous fucking misstatement, and I need to correct him. Derek, when you're talking about it's a small fucking pool to draw from for good 2D side-scrolling
No,
beat 'em
I mean
ups,
in terms
you're
of
fucking
like
high off your ass,
mechanical
Derek.
depth. I don't.
No,
I think,
but no. But they don't need to be mechanically deep.
the
They just need to be good.
They
just need to be good. They need to be good, and I feel like there are more good 2D side-scrolling beat 'em ups than there are almost any other genre other than like RPGs, right? Like there's just every final fight game, every Streets of Rage, every side-scrolling Turtles game, fucking X-Men,
I've
Simpsons,
just never played a
Guardian
beat 'em up
Heroes.
game that was like a bad beat 'em up game that was like that much worse than the good ones. Love the cat
thing
cam.
is that they're not memorable because they're
kind of all the same. I love the cat cam.
Right, like they're not bad, but they're also just like kind of all the same, so they don't stick out. Like they don't like they don't scream to me like this is. And we also played The Simpsons, and it was not good.
It's fine. It was not a great time.
You're both fucking. Is Luna?
You played it and you left. You were the first one to fucking dip out, you motherfucker. What do you mean?
Because I was sucking shit at it. It was embarrassing, but I still love that fucking
canceled.
Motherfucker. It's like, speaking of games that we need to play at the charity stream, I would love to play Melee, Super Smash Brothers Melee.
I'll make it happen.
So I can school every single fucking
not
one of you.
Not happening, bitch.
Okay,
not
so
happening.
Every single fucking one of you.
Britt, at the charity stream, you have to play Bad Ben on hard mode.
No.
Can I just...
I'm
like
so
having
viciously
flashbacks.
Never mind. I'm
about
busted.
Melee now because one of my friends
damn it.
just started reading Smash boards for some reason.
Why would you do
and
that?
so he wanted all of us to play like competitive rules. We were only allowed to play on Final
Destination.
Destination.
Items, Final Destination.
Yeah, exactly. And he was Fox and just beat our asses for hours on end. And I'm like, can we please play another game? And he'd always say no. And like I had an entire weekend.
Like I played Melee, like, so that's like, I used to have like friends parties because when I was in Washington, I actually had friends to fucking hang out with. And we used to like literally stay up until like 6 a.m. playing fucking Melee. And we'd rotate, like whoever lost had to give up the controller. Your girl never had to give up the controller. Your girl never had to give.
I'm gonna actually. I'm sorry, but we're gonna see.
I want you. Who was my main in Melee?
Yours?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So the obvious answer, which means it's not this, is Peach. It's not gonna be Peach. Marth.
No, and I hate
Samus.
Marth because
Okay.
Dan played Marth, and I
I know
hate
that's
that fucker.
right.
Hate
I don't know.
not like Marth. I hate fucking Marth.
Yeah.
I fucking hate both those. Fuck Roy and fuck Marth because of their fucking range. They were cheap as shit, and they had incredible fucking no.
So
It's chic.
That tracks. That actually
interesting.
does
Okay,
track.
I can actually see that.
It's chic.
I can see that.
Yep. Yeah.
So I've got
And then Peach. Peach was my second.
There we go.
I've got one more game that holds up and one more game that doesn't.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna do the low hanging fruit like Final Fantasy VI or Chrono Trigger. We all know that those games hold the fuck up, right? A game that holds the absolute fuck up, Derek, is the greatest 2D fighter of all time. Obviously,
Banjo-Kazooie.
No, obviously not. Obviously,
Notorious
I'm talking
2D fighter Banjo-Kazooie.
obviously, I'm talking about Conker's Bad Fur. No, no, I'm referring to Street Fighter 3 Alpha, which holds up.
Alpha 3?
Like yeah,
Okay.
like which holds up
Fucking
like a
hate fighting games. Melee's the only one I'm good at.
Holds up like a motherfucker. Holds up incredibly
3's
fucking
good.
well.
Third Strike is better, but
He would disagree with
No.
you on that.
Actually, John.
The greatest instance I
actually, you're
have.
making fun of me. Go fuck yourself. I thought you were making fun of him, and I was like, yeah, Britt's on my
all of a
side.
sudden, Derek grows a handlebar mustache and a monocle, and he's just like, "Well,
No.
John, let me tell you about the."
Let me tell you about
like-
why Ryu's fight kick is more superior in this fucking Street Fighter.
You know,
Derek
maybe
busts through a
years
wall
of
like
being,
the fucking Kool-Aid Man and goes, "Well, actually."
maybe years of being the fighting game guy has been fucking counterproductive
But-
with this crew.
the game that holds up the worst, in my opinion, is motherfucking Kingdom Hearts. That game is a goddamn nightmare to play now.
Oh, it's awful.
Kingdom
I'll agree
Hearts
with
1's
that.
a bad
Fuck
time,
that game.
dog.
Kingdom Hearts is not a good game.
Kingdom Hearts
John
1 is
just
a bad
unified
I'm
time.
so
the
sorry.
podcast.
It's not a good game. It is.
I'm
Like,
bre-
try to replay
ahead.
that game.
I don't know.
I
replay that game.
played it for the
Game.
first time
Everyone I know I
recently,
talk to.
remember? And it was like, I was sitting here like, what are you all talking about loving the series? This makes me want to die.
It's not good.
But
It's
is
not
it like it's bad to play, but it's an amazing like narrative?
no.
No, I don't think
No.
it's a good narrative.
no, it just doesn't.
No, it's just
It just
bad.
doesn't hold up, Derek. Jeff.
I don't think
Jeff,
there's
We
any
were all
aspect
just allured by the fact that Disney and Final Fantasy, which
don't
they
think-
completely took out the Final Fantasy aspect in 3, which is like
Yeah.
they better add that shit back in.
I don't think there's a single aspect of the original Kingdom Hearts I feel good about. Like it was a bad time for me.
So I went back and replayed it last year, I think it was, and like when I got
not
to the
good.
fucking Jungle Book world, I was like, oh man.
So I bought it for the first time they fucking remastered it on PS3.
Oh yeah.
And Zach and I had just got together. And we were still long distance. So basically we'd hop on a call together and we'd start playing together. And I remember playing it and being like, I'm struggling so much. I'm not having fun. It's not a good game. And this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine now trying to replay it. Like, I don't have the patience for
I
that
can
shit.
speak to it. Guess what?
So
It's
I was
horrible.
gonna say, like, did it age bad or was it?
It
not
aged
good?
bad.
It aged bad. It aged really
bad.
fucking bad, dude.
I'm sorry.
Like,
If I'd played Kingdom Hearts 1 at the time, I would have known that it was a bad game then. I've just played better
It was
games.
hard. No, so it was hard, but it was also
Dumb.
Kind of an interesting
Bad.
counterpoint, though. Like, kind of an interesting counterpoint to Kingdom Hearts 1 aging badly is Kingdom Hearts 2, like, gameplay-wise, has actually aged pretty well.
I'll never
it
find out.
has. No,
I'll
it
never
has.
find out.
Kingdom Hearts. I thought you were playing the whole series,
I'll never
Derek.
find
What
out.
happened?
Yeah, Derek. No,
Not-
Kingdom
it's-
Hearts 2
Kingdom
has
Hearts 1 broke
actually.
me.
Did you even
Kingdom Hearts
finish
2
one?
is actually.
I did.
Okay, well, 2 is actually good.
But
Like
it's
2.
too bad because
Derek,
Derek, it's the sunk
after.
cost fallacy. You suffered through that for nothing. You need to at
here's
least
the problem.
Kingdom Hearts too bad.
Here's the
Hold on,
problem.
Derek.
I'm immune to gambler's fallacy, the sunk cost fallacy. I'm
Derek,
immune to all this
after
shit.
you beat,
I don't
after you
spend,
beat Kingdom Hearts, Derek, I gotta ask a question. I gotta ask you. After you beat Kingdom Hearts, did you hear Billy Zane's voice saying "Come Guardian" in your head?
Come Guardian.
It's that's one of my favorite
Cum
clips from the show.
Guardian.
It's me.
Anthem,
I'm the cum
Seeker.
guardian.
Darkness.
yeah. It's that was the best hacking Billy Zane's ever done. But no, I went back and like I said, I tried to go back and play the original Kingdom Hearts and Britt, I think I texted you about it too, and I was oh
You're
man,
like, this is bad. I think it's not good.
I think I've got like a Pavlovian, like if I hear the fucking Under the Sea from the Little Mermaid, I'm gonna like I'm gonna have war flashbacks.
No, it's fucking Goofy doing his weird little sound, the whale, like what is that sound? When he does his little spin, like, oh my god, you want to talk about a game with worthless companions? Let's talk about fucking Kingdom Hearts.
I never knew how much I could hate Donald Duck.
Entire show on why Kingdom Hearts is bad.
Yeah.
We recorded that
show with it.
Remember, I did a retro review for Kingdom Hearts 1. It was basically me being like, I fucking hate this game.
I did not finish it. Atlantica sucked the life out of me.
It fucking broke
me.
Which sucks because like at the time Ariel was my favorite Disney princess, so I was so excited to play that level. And I remember it just being so fucking miserable. Like I was like, this isn't fun.
It's one of the worst video game levels in history, Brett.
Yeah.
Like it's Atlantica is fucking, and plus you have to listen to, they don't even play the whole Little Mermaid theme. It's just that opening bar over and over.
So it's more than just the opening bar, but
I'm sorry, but speaking of really bad video game levels, I know we're way over. It just reminded me, which fucking was it our charity stream? Which stream did we do where Reb played a section? She played one of the Sonic games, and she was just on
Sonic
one of these.
Adventure 2. Yeah,
she was on one level for so long, and she was so upbeat going into it. And I tuned back in like 20 minutes later, and her spirit had just been crushed.
Hey,
yeah, she realized
there's a single.
She realized in real time that she's like, wait, is Sonic Adventure 2 not a good game while she was playing it?
The number of good Sonic games can be counted on one hand.
He's not wrong.
My favorite Sonic moment from the charity stream is Derek refunding that Sonic game while we were on the charity stream.
Awesome.
He said, no, we're not doing it.
Actually,
that was awesome.
I got to take it back because Roronado in chat brings up something that reminds me. Sonic Adventure 2 actually is really good because it has Rouge the Bat.
Rouge the slut, love my girl.
God damn. Fuck.
You guys are fucking weird. You're so fucking weird. Like,
that is like the tame on the weird list.
In the
of,
immortal words of Rocco Body, I would also like to fuck a bat. Echolocate my hog and get to work on that.
Who's the walrus character in Sonic? I saw him the other day.
It's just a character from a comic. He's not real. Is it
just a character from?
Yeah, he's not real.
Okay, because I don't remember a fucking.
Hurt you.
My favorite, like one of my favorite Sonic moments is like Big the Cat and Game Grumps when they're fishing.
Oh my god! Just take it!
Did you see the Kentucky Straight thing I sent you on TikTok earlier today?
I'll have to look. I haven't been on. Yeah. I had to go into the office today, so I haven't had a lot of time to slack off.
I know. Yeah, it's Thursday's a busy day for you. So.
I have to watch that now, Britt.
Yeah.
I think y'all are the ones that showed that to me at last PAX.
It could be.
Britt, after the Obama shit.
Britt, I've never heard you laugh the way you did with the first time you heard, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray, dude. I'm gonna fucking pray.
What do we got to do to make John watch fucking Dracula Flow? I swear to God.
Oh my god!
I'll get to it eventually.
No, you won't.
Guys, we're at 10 minutes past our bedtime here.
Your bedtime. I'll be up for hours. Folks, join the community. It is a good, wonderful, safe, and heavily moderated space for folks of all different backgrounds.
We will literally fucking kill you if you break the rules.
Actually, we call it getting
You want to get murdered? Join our fucking Discord.
Yeah.
If you want an easy way out, join our Discord.
We are raising money all year round for the Trans Empowerment Project. Please, if you have a couple bucks, consider sending a couple of dollars to the Trans Empowerment Project. It's a great cause. I know times are tough right now, but still consider. And remember that you can support us if you so choose, either by subbing here on Twitch or by subscribing to us on Patreon. Remember that all the content we make is free. We will never charge a dime for anything we make. However, it helps us pay to replace broken equipment and helps us afford to do things like go to PAX, which in fucking theory we're doing in 6 weeks if I can find out about our goddamn hotel.
Bro,
Finn.
I am so irritated, Finn. I asked a
Finn,
week ago.
bitch, I love you, but we're getting into the double-digit number of times we've tried to find out about our fucking hotel, dog.
Yeah. Like,
But-
somebody asked me if I wanted a room with them, and I was like, no, we're good. I have a room. And that's when I was like, hey, Finn, what's our room? Silence. I gave up my spot. And I'm like, cool, love that for me. Like,
We apparently have a room. I just need to know where it's at. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know.
Where am I going, y'all? Where so
knows?
yeah, support us so we can not know where we're going with the reserved hotel rooms.
We're
Brett,
very
in the
well
Sylvia,
organized.
Brett, in the Sylvia Plath sense of the phrase, where are any of us going?
To hell.
Yeah.
We're already here.
Yeah.
The fuck you
So that's
talking about?
that's where we went. You know, we're still just trucking it, you know? We're exploring the terrain of hell right now.
Yeah. Can't believe you were going to
All right,
room
guys.
with
Well, we will go ahead and we're going to go ahead and sign off.
I wasn't
here.
gonna, but the opportunity was
I
there.
just wanted
And
to
if
fucking
I'm not
guilt
gonna
trip
get
you.
a response, I'm gonna fucking hit him up.
All right, guys. Take care of each other
Support
at
us
any
on
cost.
Patreon because it helps us. And
And do that
Like-
shit. Yeah.
well, I mean, like we pay for other things in our equipment, like we pay
We do.
for like the ability to like host shit and
We
Yeah,
do.
our email.
our email,
The
website, like a
block is
bunch of shit.
Until our domain expires again, and then we all can't receive emails, and you guys are like, Jeff, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, like support us because we're clearly responsible with our money and know what
Yeah.
we're doing.
I'm broke, biatch.
Yeah.